Hey, it's Keisha. Welcome and welcome back. We are on our next reading in Ask and It Is Given. It's going to be process 2. I believe it's called, the magical creation box. So let us begin as we begin by first closing our eyes, taking a deep breath in and letting it out. Another deep breath in and out. And just feel yourself becoming more present, more focused. Releasing the cares, concerns, worries, dramas, just releasing all of that, letting it go. Feeling yourself disconnect from it. Turning your attention inward, back to self. And notice how much better this alone feels. And if the thoughts, worries, cares, and concerns aren't far enough away from you, on the next breath, bind them all together and put them in a little basket. And now see one of your angels, guides, or teachers take that basket to resolve it for you. They're now in divine hands. And now if you feel it like you're corded to anything or any person, just feel that cord release and go back to source. And if you feel like something is corded to you, or a person is corded to you, just feel that release and go back to source. Breathing free of attachments. Lovingly and gently call all of your power back to yourself. Know it's being cleansed through the ethers, and it makes you more whole. Feel that shift. And now see a column of white light gently descend down over you. Breathe in that light. Feel it quickening the body, quickening the cells, filling the spaces between the cells. You are suffused with light. You are light. And now gently lift up that column. Lift up higher and higher. Out of earthly consciousness, out of the worldly way, out of physical attachment. Lifting up into that space of your knowing, the purity of oneness and all being. Breathe. When you're ready, find your place in the grove. Come to a comfortable seat. Opening your heart. Opening your mind. And now gently opening your eyes. It's always so good. So, process 1. So you probably, hopefully you have seen the video on process 1. And you also may have seen the short that I put up because I had an immediate response. So process 1, quick review, was the rampage of appreciation. We were simply to be noticing about us all the things that there are to appreciate. And as we noticed those good things, we were sending out a current of good feeling, and on that current of good feeling coming back to us were good things. I related to you in my short that I had been appreciating all of the charming and wonderful people who are in my life, and how I love and appreciate and praise the fact that so many charming people are entering my world to offer assistance, guidance, and opportunities and support. And within an hour of writing those notes in my journal, one of the people that I had spent time appreciating invited me out to the beach. And I had a lovely, lovely day, and that good feeling has continued. So I'm super excited to get to process 2, which is the magical creation box. We use this process when you're in the mood for a pleasing activity that will focus the energy that creates worlds into specific directions of your personal preferences. Yes, please. When you want to give the universal manager even more specific information about the details of things that please you. This magical creation box process will be of most value to you when your emotional set point is ranging between 1, joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, love, appreciation, and 5, optimism. In between there's 2, passion, 3, enthusiasm, eagerness, and happiness, and 4, positive expectation and belief. So if you are experiencing any of those feelings, then this process is for you. To begin the creation box process, first, find a nice looking box, one that's pleasing to you when you see it. And on the lid, in a conspicuous place that you will easily notice, you want to write the words, "Whatever is contained in this box is." Next, you want to gather magazines, catalogs, brochures, and leisurely look through them for whatever you would like to include in your experience. Clip out the pictures of anything that exemplifies any desires that you hold. Pictures of furniture, clothing, landscaping, buildings, travel destinations, vehicles, images of physical characteristics, photos of people interacting with one another. If it feels appealing to you in any way, clip it and drop it in your creation box. And say, as you drop it in, whatever is in this box is. I'm going to take a divergence here for just a moment. Now, this book was written, I think, 20 years ago? 2024. So 2004. It's now 2024. We might not be getting as many magazines as we probably once did. And so that's not as, prevalent to us. And I wouldn't want you to go out and spend money on magazines to do this, especially since so much of our lives are digital. I would say if you're seeing a picture of something online, snapshot it and send it to a file. And as you're sending it to the file, whatever I'm snapping is, whatever I'm screenshotting is, and you want to keep that file. Another thing that you might do, depending on your level of comfortability with something like Pinterest, you might create a Pinterest board of all of these desired things. So feel free to use your digital and social media in a way that's actually benefiting you. And more to the point, say for instance, something that I do, I scroll Instagram and I save posts that I'm interested in. Maybe rather than always scrolling Instagram for new content and looking at new content, maybe you spend time that you would spend on social media flipping through your file of saved images and saved posts as a manifestation process, right? You don't always need new information coming in. You probably, need to engage with that which you already have. So for instance, maybe if you're screenshotting the images of things that you're liking, you save that to a file and you just spend time scrolling through that file and scrolling through those images, thinking about how you would feel if you had those clothes on, or if you were manifested this partner, or if you had that stack of money, or whatever it is. So that might be a way to be more digital in your approach and take advantage of the fact that you're already on your phone. I'm not saying this to encourage more time on the phone. I mean, less screen time for all of us is probably indicated. But look, if we're going to be on our screens, we might as well be doing something useful and worthwhile, right? The more things you find for your box, the more the universe will deliver to you other ideas that match them. And the more ideas you drop into your box, the more your desire will be focused. And the more your desire is focused, the more alive you will feel, for this energy flowing through you is what life is. If you have little or no resistance, in other words, if you have no doubt that you can achieve these things, the better you will feel, and you will begin to see evidence of these things moving closer and closer into your experience. Doors will begin to open to make it possible for many of these things to easily come to you right now. The process will help you focus your desires, and so you will be consciously amplifying step one, which is ask. And now, in your absence of resistance, things will begin to happen more quickly. If you are usually a good feeling person who has not established strong habits of feeling unhappy about not having the things you put into your box, you will experience the immediate positive result of feeling more focused and more excited about life. And the things that you put into your creation box will begin to manifest in your experience right away. In other words, for someone who has not been practicing thoughts of resistance, this process will be all that you will ever need to create a wonderful life. You ask, source answers, you let it in, you ask, and it is given. If you are enjoying this process, it is serving you in a powerful way. It is helping you focus upon the things you desire. You are practicing the attainment of a consistent vibration that matches your desires. And you are experiencing deliberate creation. And most important, your good feeling emotion is telling you that you are in the receiving mode right now. How you feel is how you are receiving. That's not in the book, that's Keisha talking to you. I'm just letting you know. Your attention to this process is helping you maintain your vibrational frequency that is required for you to allow what you are asking into your experience. This is you practicing the art of allowing. Imagine you're sitting in your chair. Next to your chair is a box, a pretty good sized box, and you know that you are a creator and that this box is your creation. It is your world, so to speak. And you are like a giant sitting there in this big chair, and you have the ability to reach out anywhere in this physical universe and pluck whatever you want and drop it into that box. So you bring a beautiful house and you put it in a city that pleases you, and you bring a means of income for you and maybe a means of income for your mate. You bring in all the things you like to do, the beautiful things you find here and there, and feelings of elation and feelings of sensuality, and all of these things that you want, and you drop them into your creation box. You can play this game as a mental game only, but it's so much more fun if you actually get a box and drop things into it that represent your desires. You will begin to notice that when you put something in your creation box that does not have a pattern of resistance, the universe will bring it to you right away. The things you drop into the box where you do have patterns of resistance will take more time in coming, but they're still coming. This process may feel whimsical to you, but it is a powerful process, for it will enhance your ability to visualize. Most people offer most of their vibrational offerings in response to what they are observing, but there is no creative control in that. Your creative control comes only in deliberately offering thought. And when you're visualizing, you have complete control. Esther was playing the creation box game as she and Jerry were flying home from New York to San Antonio one day. And as she was packing, getting ready for the airport, she was mentally dropping things in her box. For example, a beautiful sky, a beautiful clear day. She loves it to take off from LaGuardia and see all the landmarks she's come to know and recognize. Such a beautiful place, so many bridges, all that shimmering water, all those majestic buildings. She thought about happy flight attendants, joyful passengers around her, and lots of fun on the trip. And then she thought, I hope this United Nations meeting doesn't have all the freeways gridlocked. And then Esther said, now that's an odd thing for me to bring into my box. I don't want that in my box. As you deliberately put things into your creation box, you will be more aware of when you are thinking about something that you would not want to experience. Your relationship with this creation box will help you to recognize the power your thoughts hold. Another example, Jerry and Esther had been looking for an oriental rug for their home. One day, while on an airplane, Esther was tearing out pages of magazines of all sorts of different things to put in her creation box, and she tore out a page that had a picture of a beautiful rug. When they arrived home, they had several boxes of mail to organize, and as Esther reached into a box, she took out a postcard from a new rug company in San Antonio. And on the postcard was the very same rug. And she squealed, "Look at how fast this works!" That picture had not been in her box 24 hours before a fast and easy means of achieving it was delivered. I love that. We want you to feel the fun and joy of the process. Often, when you get something that you have been wanting, your feeling of elation is very short-lived, but this game will give you the opportunity to savor the things that you desire longer. And then the thrill of the manifestation, even though short, will be all the sweeter. Once you begin this process, you'll be knocked over by the effectiveness and efficiency of this enormous of the enormous non-physical staff that responds to your vibrational requests. When you ask, it is given. And as you play with this creation box, you will learn to let it in. I say let's do it. I can't wait. I have tons of little boxes, but none of them that I want to write on the top of whatever in this box is. But I totally love the idea of creating a saved file on my phone of screenshots to scroll through. So I think I kind of do that anyway, but now I'll be more intentional in it. And because I'm more intentional and I'm going to be saying that phrase, whatever's in this file is whatever I'm looking at is, that's going to be powerful. Oh man, I can't wait to tell you what's going to happen in this next week about all the things that are manifesting, because shit, I got a picture of Skepta and one of J.R. Smith in my bag. So look, let's do this. I will talk to you soon. Love you in the meantime. Bye.